Yes, people, this is White Room Sessions, and we're doing things slightly different because we've got a live audience. Told ya, this is Aileen Kelly.
Tell me what you wanna do, take your time, see through while you can. I don't even know myself, staring through the eyes of someone else. Why am I always in the middle of something? Oh, something old, chasing a feeling like it's something I can't control. I lost it long ago, dancing in the acid rain, soak my skin and I'll ease the pain. Cutting like a razor blade, find my voice and I'll sing again. Why am I always in the middle of something? Oh, something old, chasing a feeling like it's something I can't control. As I sanctify my body, you will know I will never be the product of your sins. And when your pride is on the line, I will know you're mine, like early morning sunshine, like early morning sunshine. You've been on my mind so long, I forget where I belong, where I belong. You don't even know yourself, staring through the eyes of someone else. Oh, baby, why am I always in the middle of something? Oh, something old, chasing the feeling like it's something I can't control. As I sanctify my body, you will know I will never be the product of your sins. Oh, when your pride is on the line, I will know you're mine, like early morning sunshine, like early morning sunshine, like early morning sunshine, like early morning sunshine.
Thank you so much.
My guest today is Aileen Kelly. How are we doing?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
So we met quite a while ago now. Was it last year?
Summer last year.
I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for summer, like, it's just coming into it. I just know it is.
Yes.
So we met at Tramlines.
Did,
So
yeah.
backstage. So you've just done your gig and I was like, I need to speak to this girl.
Yes.
And then obviously a lot's happened since then with the ITM. So tell me, how did you get involved in that?
So ITM, I applied for their artist development program back in 2023 or maybe it was, I think, end of 2022 and then start of 2023, I got a place on their artist development program. And one of the fellow people I was with was Rob Green, who's from Nottingham.
Shout out Rob Green.
Yes, shout out Rob. And some other amazing artists, Nandy and Cray Wolf. So there was 4 of us and the artist development program is like runs over a year period and it's run by Cassell the Beatmaker. Cass, shout out Cass. And it basically is a program that supports artists to kind of move on to the next stage of their artistry.
Their career,
career, and also just sort of really hone in the artistry. So, we went in the studio with Cass. I was also very lucky to work with Liam Bailey, who's also a Nottingham boy.
He's going on tour, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Make sure you get your tickets for Liam Bailey's tour. He's got his album coming out. So yeah, I got to work with some amazing people, Joy Farouk, Eric, and yeah, we just had the best time, made some songs, a couple of songs in that, over that period of time. And we also went to the Ivor Awards.
When I'm looking at it and, you've done you're out there doing things like that. So how was that experience?
Yeah. We went to the Ivor Awards and I was pretty, I don't know, I felt quite out of place, I think.
Okay.
I was a bit starstruck, to be honest. I was like little old me on the red carpet. Rob, bless him, he was like, you got this girl, you got this girl.
Oh, okay, he was pep talking.
Yeah, he was just like,
talk.
just because I was like, Rob, I don't know what to look. But it was really amazing. And we did a showcase, live show. And so that was like a couple of years back now. And I've continued to work with Cass, and now we worked on a whole project together. So I can very happy to say my album, which is a collaboration with Cass, is out next month.
Amazing. What month is it going to be out?
April.
Okay, so it's going to be out in April.
I have told people March. Yeah. I've told people
but everything
February.
in good time. Everything in good time.
Things, they take time. But yeah, April, the release date is going to be confirmed very shortly. So yeah.
So the last time I interviewed you, you said you didn't have a name for a single. You remember that? So now you know what I'm going to ask, right? Do you have a name for the album?
I do. Yes.
Are you going to say it?
Yeah, so the album is called Maiden Voyage.
Okay.
So yeah.
So is this because it's your first album?
Yeah, so it's kind of, there's a lot of backstories to the name, but yeah, it's Maiden Voyage is like the first journey that like a boat takes, a ship takes. So it's kind of metaphorical because it's sort of been a collection of songs that have been like my journey. Yeah, into this. Well, into Aileen Kelly.
Are you the ship? Are you the ship?
Yeah, Aileen Kelly is the ship. Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't even singing under Aileen Kelly when I started ITM, and I kind of found myself and sort of found my direction and stuff. And yeah, ITM has been a real big part of that. So yeah.
How important do you think it is for programs like In the Making for developing artists and especially young artists as well? So you said prior to that, you didn't quite know your sound and where it kind of was going. So has it helped you kind of find your way and your confidence as well and then put you in the right spaces? So how important is it for these programs to continue?
I think they are so important because, I mean, in this day and age, as an artist, you're expected to do everything. You're expected to be your own manager. You're expected to be your own booking agent. You're expected to be your own marketing agent. You're expected to do a million different things. And you actually don't end up having any time to even focus on your art and your music. And, most people are working full-time jobs as well whilst trying to pursue music. And, that's myself included in that. And it's very hard to make a living from music. So people... I don't think they quite realise the amount of work and time and like, money that goes into all of this stuff. But, when there's programs and schemes that support artists, it takes...
Nurture talent.
Exactly, nurture. It takes the pressure off because you're not on your own. You're with a group of people, a team of people that are really experienced in all these different places, and it allows you to grow together. So I'd say the Arts Council and PPL and all these different funding, what do you call them?
Organisations.
The funding organisations, like supporting these artist development programs, these, there's so much out there for young people, but it's hard for young people to access it, there's not enough it's very competitive. Like, you know, the amount of times I've applied for things and I've not got them.
Yeah.
You know, I was really, really lucky to get this, but it's so competitive. And I think that there needs to be more put into it because really, like, for young people, music can be, one, an outlet, but two, also an escape from things. And I think that, you know, I was really quite young when I started ITM. I was 22 and I've kind of grown up quite a bit since then, like through doing all of this. And I think if I hadn't have met them, I don't know where I would be. So it's really, it's been very life-changing for me, definitely, yeah.
Wow. And you're a testament to these programs. It's not just about the music. It goes way beyond that.
Oh, yeah.
You fell out of love with your piano. Tell me about that. Because that's the name of one of your songs that you do, you know, the jam sessions. And I love that. What happened?
Well, I actually have a piano. I bought
Is it a big, like, grand?
No.
Right, okay.
In my dreams, yeah. It's not quite a grand piano, no. So it's an upright, it's called a pianetta. So it's an upright, it's got all the keys that a normal piano would have, but it's compressed. Anyway, I bought this piano for 50 quid and it was really very, very techie to get this piano into where I live. I won't go into details, but yeah, you can probably imagine.
Yeah.
So I was so adamant that I wanted a piano because I just thought, if nothing else in my life is working, like, at least I will have a piano. So I bought this piano.
I love that way of thinking.
Yeah. I was like, I can't have a keyboard. It needs to be an actual, real, you know, the real deal. So I bought this piano and it had come from a primary school and it had little etchings like that the kids had obviously done on it. And
this is brilliant.
yeah, it was
brilliant.
like, it's very like honky tonky. It's quite out of tune. Never had it tuned. I've had it for 5 years now. Anyway, so I kind of, you know, spent a lot of time playing it. And then I kind of went through a bit of a dark period in my life where I was kind of just not really like in touch with my music at all and not really like that kind of side of my brain shut down for a little while. And so, you know, my piano started collecting dust and collecting clutter and just kind of became a bit of a shelf. Yeah. You know, kind of just became
piece of furniture.
Yeah,
just a piece of furniture.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then one day, I don't know, I might have had a few wines or something, or, you know, I think I sat down at it and I was like, it just came to me. And, you know, I know it's a bit cliche. People say, oh, that song just came to me. But actually, it doesn't happen very often. But sometimes it does. And a song will write itself and you don't, like, you're obviously putting some of your, well, of course it's coming from you, but sometimes a song just writes itself, and this song very much wrote itself. And yeah, I fell out of love with my piano. She Don't Play Me No More is the opening line. And yeah, it's kind of like a ballad. It's a sad song. Yeah. It's very sad, but it's also hopeful because, well, you'll hear it.
This is Aileen Kelly. I fell out of love with my piano.
With my piano, she don't play me no more. I can't seem to find a melody, they don't seem to come as easily. See the ebony and ivory underneath my touch, she don't feel the same. I fell out of love with my piano. She don't sing no more. just reminds me of the songs I couldn't write. She used to hear my cry and hold my hand. Baby, she's cold, too many heavy tears. Maybe she's washed out and cannot dry. Maybe she's heard too many broken words. Maybe I'll sing with her again. She's gone away. She used to be so warm, but now she don't. She light up day. We used to dance together. Now she stands there still. I fell out of love with my piano. She don't sing no more. We used to have no secrets to hide. Now she just reminds me of the songs I couldn't write. She used to hear my cry and hold my hand. Baby, she's cold, too many heavy tears. Maybe she's washed out and cannot dry. Maybe she's heard too many broken words. Maybe I'll sing with her again. Seem to find a melody. They don't seem to come as easily. See the ebony and ivory underneath my touch. She don't feel the same. Thank you very much.
I mean, that's just a love letter to your piano. Was it therapeutic? Are you back in love with your piano?
Yes,
Right.
I am. She's had a bit of TLC.
She got a name?
No, I usually just call her Joanna, piano Joanna.
Yeah, I see that.
She doesn't really, maybe I should give her a name, but she's just my piano, so I think, pianos are there to be played and not collect dust. They need love.
But you play it with love.
Sometimes. I mean, that piano's seen a lot of very funny sort of...
Pinot Grigio performances.
Drunken, not necessarily just from me, but people love it. Oh yeah, piano. That's why in pubs it says, there's this pub that I love, I grew up going to, and it has a sticker, has a sign on it, and it says, please ask the bar staff before you play the piano. And then it's got a certain few songs that are banned.
Right.
I can't quite remember what, but I think Wonderwall and
Wonderwall, maybe
no
Mr.
one wants to hear
Maybe
Wonderwall.
Mr. Brightside's been a little bit banned.
Yeah. So
where did you get your inspiration from for music? Was it from the early days? Was this way back?
Well, I actually started playing guitar before I played piano. So my dad taught me how to play guitar, and
was he a musician, your dad?
yeah, he's very musical. He plays guitar, and we used to sing in church together. And
amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. So yeah, I think when I started writing songs, I don't know really what I was writing about, but I was in bands from like the age of about 14. And
what was your first band called?
my first band my first band was called Dolls Don't Cry.
Oh wow,
which is quite a name, I think.
I quite like it actually. At first I was a little bit judgmental quick
Dolls
with that,
Don't Cry.
but Dolls Don't Cry, I like that.
So my friend's mum, Sally, was like our band manager. She's an absolute
Sally.
legend.
Shout out Sally, your band manager at 14.
Sally. So she was our band manager, and she came up with the name. I'm pretty sure she came up with the name. And she came up with our set list, and she was like a booker for pubs and like events and stuff. So we would be the support act. So like from the age of about 14, most weekends I was gigging, and that band kind of evolved into a few different names. There was The Phase, which was after the Dolls Don't Cry. And then The Phase, people left and politics. And then it turned into this other one called The Swings, not The Swingers, The Swings. And that was really great fun. We wrote some really good songs. And yeah, I look back on those times very fondly. Yeah. And I still, Ollie, who was the drummer, I still play with him quite a lot. And yeah, it was great. It was really great. I mean, I didn't necessarily like the songs we were doing the whole time. Like, they liked the kind of indie rock thing, and that I like that a bit. But I think I was always wanted to go for something a bit more soulful. So I was trying to bring the soul, and they wanted to go.
So who are your inspirations then? So you say, kind of more funk, soul vibes. Like, who are your inspirations, and still to this day?
I think, I grew up listening to a lot of different music, but I think, so growing up, I listened to a lot of gospel music, and I listened to quite a lot of blues and folk. So
mainly like American, so it's kind of mainly like American influences.
Yeah, I mean, some American, but then like I listened to like a lot of Van Morrison. He's Irish, so there's that kind of folky feel. Yeah. And then Carole King. I grew up listening to that kind of stuff. And then as a teenager, sort of probably young, early teens, I sort of really started to find my own, like what I liked. And I just would buy CDs. And I still, to this day, like love my CD collection.
Physical CD. Well, I've seen your car. I have seen
yes.
Literally. I've got a CD collection still though. I'm not going to because I've not got a CD player. I'm records now. So I would
get a CD
player. I've got a record
player
though.
Yeah, but records are great. Don't get me wrong.
Are you trying to say get like an old school?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I listen to CDs all the time. I don't even have Spotify.
Okay.
I refuse to. Yeah. I mean, I have the free version, but I really think like streaming platforms are sucking the life out of music, and really like listening to a whole album from front to back. I was literally talking to myself about this today. Listening to an album front to back is so important, especially when you're an artist, because you get taken on a journey. And like, as great as streaming is, the effort and the time that artists have put into the albums gets lost in an algorithm.
Do you feel like there's a detachment to the music? Yeah,
so on the way up today, I was listening to one of my absolute favourites, which I'm sure a lot of people, this is one of their favourite albums, but Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which is a very pivotal album for me, but it is for so many people. Of course, it's amazing. But like, listening to that in your CD player from top to bottom, all the interludes that in between when they're in the classroom and it's this, that and the other, it's so, you really would miss that. Like if you just have, say, X Factor comes on your algorithm streaming. On Spotify, on your streaming, you know, that's great. But listening to stuff, like now at your fingertips, you can go from here, there and everywhere. And that is great. Don't get me wrong. But I do feel like the essence of listening to a body of work is getting lost. And it's almost like you kind of have to have like this really catchy 10 seconds that's going to go trend on TikTok. And that's kind of like the way the music industry is going. But
quick culture.
Sorry,
quick
honey,
culture.
I will not be part of that.
Yeah, it's a quick culture, isn't it? And we scroll and
I
we
don't
scroll
really
past
like,
stuff.
you know, of course you have to do certain content.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that because for a while I was very stubborn about it. Like, I'm not fucking doing that. But now, you know, you have to do a certain amount, but I'm not going to change what I want to be as an artist just to fit in with the zeitgeist right now, you know? I think I do truly believe that everything comes back around again. And I think that a lot of people that really deeply care about music will probably end up boycotting streaming platforms. And
it's kind of going that way, isn't it? Like when you look at it and there's a movement, a lot of artists are saying this isn't right.
Because these streaming platforms, we don't know where that money's going. And with what's going on in the world right now, some dark things are happening with that $12.99 or however much the subscription is, because I don't pay it. Like however much that is, it's coming out of your bank every day.
Where's
I can tell you now, it's probably not going into the pockets of the artists that are working really hard for it.
Something P.
Yeah,
like,
and you know,
ridiculous.
you just don't know what it's funding. You just can't trust it.
True.
So I think we should bring back CDs.
Bring back CDs. Let's start a campaign. That's it. At the end of this, it's like
Maiden Voyage is coming out on
I've
CD.
got loads. I've been coining it in. I'm just going to get back on eBay. Go look at these guys.
Oh yeah.
So I want to ask you, what does music mean to you? Because your passion just comes across, and you clearly love it. You know, you might fall out of love with your piano, but it don't seem, you know, like you fall out of love with music. So what does it mean to you?
What comes to mind when you ask that question is, I think that music is part of my everyday life, but it's also not always directly part of my everyday life. You know, as much as I'd love to be making music every single day, like that's not how my life is at the moment. And I think that sometimes if you're having a bad day or if you're getting in your head about something, you can even just be walking down somewhere and you'll hear a song coming from, I don't know, a cafe or a pub, or you're walking to work, or you're walking back from work, and you hear the song and you find yourself just singing along to it. And it's like the melodies and just words and beats and everything like that, the ability they have to just lock in your brain like that, and they can take you from just being in your head, having a bad day, whatever. They can transport you to like, I like this song, you know? And it's, and even me, when I'm at work, like I work in a hospital, and I quite often will just be like, singing a song in my head. And it actually, people quite often will say, oh, that's nice. And I think you don't realise when, you know, you kind of don't realise day to day how much music is involved in our lives. Impact. It's everywhere. It's on the TV, on the adverts. It's on, you know, it's everywhere. But it's really, it can so quickly make your day a little bit better. And like having a song stuck in your head, like it can be annoying, but it can also be quite nice because you subconsciously, you're just going about your day, but you're singing a little tune, and you know, and that can really cheer people up, and it's very powerful. And yeah, I think music to me is, when I'm making music, I feel my most powerful, but I also feel my most vulnerable as well. Wow. It's like, it's very, and that's an amazing feeling, because it's like, when I'm making music, I feel like I'm putting out the best of me, as the best side of me as a person. And I think music can be a vessel as well to spread a message. And like, you know, I think growing up in the church and stuff, and growing up doing worship music and things like that, I've like that means a lot to me. I think I get a lot of spirituality through my music, and sometimes I'll write songs and I feel like they're not written really by me. It's sort of like, sometimes I feel like music can be a vessel, and I think that's something I want to explore more in the future. But yeah, I guess my summary of what music means to me is, you know, from just hearing a little tune and when you're walking down the street, or to, you know, writing a song that's like a big thing. It can just be, it can be very vulnerable, but also very powerful. And I think sometimes when you can't like me personally, sometimes I don't know what's going on in my head, and I'll find myself writing a song, and then I'm like, there we go.
It allows you to order your thoughts.
Exactly.
Yeah, put your thoughts in order.
You know, I feel quite lucky to be able to do that because, you know, it's hard. Like, brains are complicated places, and, you know, life, you know, everyone goes through different challenges, and it's so important to be able to express that and have an outlet. And I feel very lucky that I've got music as an outlet. And I think there should be more research done into like how powerful music is, because it is,
Get some more gigs, get to independent venues.
Yes.
So supporting those there, come and see the people like your good self and your music. And I just can't wait to see your journey. And so thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
This has been Aileen Kelly. We've been White Room Sessions. See ya.